what on earth am I here for?
As what on earth am I here for remains to be one of the most profound questions humanity continues to grapple with.
What was the purpose for my life here?
Deliverance Church KAHAWA SUKARI DCKS has launched its highly anticipated 40 Days of Purpose campaign, an initiative destined to reshape the lives of many.
So what is 40 Days of Purpose?
Have you heard of 40 Days of Purpose? Which animal is this? You know, at times the people wondering, what is 40 days? What is happening in 40 days? You know, in 40 days many things happened in the Bible. So it could be that something great is also happening in our church. 40 days.
While leading the launch of the initiative on Sunday, February 16, at the church's main sanctuary, DCKS lead pastor Reverend Peterson Wangombe emphasized that every life on earth matters, as he outlined what the 40 Days of Purpose entails.
That 40 Days of Purpose is a spiritual growth campaign. It's a campaign like any other, but this one is a spiritual growth campaign that will help us answer the question, what on earth am I here for? Why do I live? Does my life really matter? Does anyone care that I walk on the planet here? What is it that I am wired for?
Reverend Wangombe called on first-timers and those who may have had an opportunity to be part of the campaign previously to plug in, as he shed light on the major components of the campaign that include but not limited to: planned for pleasure, formed for God's family, created to become like Christ, shaped for service to God, and made for a mission.
We will appreciate that God has planned us for His pleasure. We call that worship. God has planned us for His pleasure. I am planned for God's pleasure, and I do that through worship. I am formed for God's family. So I'm not hanging out there alone. God has prepared for me a family, and we call that fellowship. And the family you see here, even if you don't like them, they are actually the people you're going to spend with eternity with. So you better like them now. Then we will say we were created to become like Christ. That is called discipleship. Created to become like Christ. Then we will also be saying, I am shaped for service to God. God has shaped me in such a way that I can serve Him. We will be examining that. And finally, we will be saying, I was made for a mission. And that is to say, I share in evangelism, I share in mission, all these wonderful things that God has taught me and that God has brought my way.
Phyllis Getumbi, the chairperson of the 40 Days of Purpose Planning Committee, termed the anticipated season as a period of energizing, reconnecting with purpose and discovering some of humanity's unknown purposes.
My life, yes, my life matters because I'm not here as an accident. The Lord knew I would be born. We have held a lot of online meetings to prepare for this, and by the grace of God, we thank Him that we are able to be here, and we look forward to a period of energizing, to a period of reconnecting with our purposes, or a period of discovering some purposes that we may not have known, and we are trusting God for a great time.
The well-articulated vision that goes beyond mere religious ritual to tap into the divine potential that lies within each person comes as an urgent clarion call to all, with the famous King David in the Bible serving as a model.
And the Bible tells us in the book of Acts chapter 13 verse 36 that after David had served God's purposes in his own generation, he fell asleep and was buried with his ancestors, and his body decayed. So after David had served God's purposes, he rested.
As purpose in life remain to be unique as every individual but equally impactful, DCKS church members, friends and the community at large is now urged to embark on this transformative journey for the next 40 days, equipped with tools for introspection, prayer and active engagement to unlock one's true and divine potential. The message is clear: no life is too small, no moment is insignificant, every life indeed matters.
With this unveiling, I now declare the 40 Days of Purpose officially opened in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
James Baraka, For Deliverance Church, Kahawa Sukari.